Hi all, hello, my name is Claire. Hope you're treating yourselves well, and of course others. This is a reading, should I approach this person? So, I hope it is helpful, and if you feel so attracted to do so, like subscribe or comment. It helps. And yes, okay. You have been putting off, with the Two of Swords in reverse, you have been putting off this decision for quite a while, it seems. Maybe you guys have been in silence. Queen of Pentacles, both assuming the reins of living a lifestyle that is more homely. You're both visibly more at home and working towards something greater than yourselves, I'm hearing. But I would think it would be I think you both are on your separate paths, but working towards a goal of sustainability when it comes to finance, maybe even social gatherings. You guys have been very distracted, maybe even putting off this situation to give in to other sort of endeavors. You could have been really delving into either maybe anger or cynicism. You could have been delving into darker topics in life, watching more of the sinister nature shows and documentaries like true crime, or just more raunchy things in life. I think you've kind of been purging your desires to lash out or retaliate. I think your life is a conduit of, I'm hearing pleasure, but that could be in many realms. I think that it's easy for you to have the things that you desire. If you are wanting to what is it? I just heard feast upon the flesh. So if you wanted to be intimate with someone, I think there's always opportunities for people around you, or there's always someone you could go to. There's you could always call someone up and party, drink, gossip, whatever the lower realms, the things that are not such of great nature kind of may put you in turmoil afterwards. You might feel hungover, or feel you wasted your time with people, gave too much of a situation, or you hook up with someone and now it's awkward. Situations like that I think have been arising a lot lately. So in general, you've kind of felt your own Ten of Pentacles of life has been kind of letting me down in a lot of ways. So maybe, how do I turn this around? And even if you have been mad at this person in your life per se, I think this could also be a stranger. It's a situation where I think you could be mad at this person and just through all of the other things that you've done, you still kind of hold this gaze. Like, you're still looking at this person, feel like missing them a lot. No matter what has happened, no matter how much hurt they've caused you or how much you felt left out because of this person, you keep on wanting to find ways to try, or you still will try. Maybe you stopped trying for a second, but you're kind of wanting to get back in the ropes and you're trying to figure out new ways to approach the situation. Or if this is a stranger, I think you've maybe had a few instances where you could have talked to this person or hit this person up, maybe given this person like attention, your phone number, something like that, and you kind of let it slip through your fingers and you've been thinking about them a lot and you're like, how would I address this differently? I don't feel like I messed it up to the point where I can't try to, like, because I think that this person's probably in your field, like you feel like you've missed out but not enough to not be able to visualize the situation. Like, you can maybe approach this person again. It's maybe not the easiest feat. Like, it might not be like a situation where you can just call them up or like you know what they're doing. They might be like a complete stranger, but you know that you can run into them pretty like, it could be like, you know where they work, or like, you know, a route that they take, a place that they visit pretty frequently, something like that. Like, you know how to find them in certain ways. Or you like online sort of situation, Knight of Swords. Yeah, you don't want to come in looking a certain way, but you don't even know how you look in general. You're like, I don't even know how I feel. Like, I think there's multiple people in your field right now. You could be thinking about like, if I can't have the things that are truly desired deep down in my heart for maybe like an actual reason, like maybe there's distance or you guys are not communicating, like there's this beautiful color that makes me feel like there's a richness in your heart for communication in general, and you've been trying with multiple people, and maybe the person or people, who knows, that you've truly sought after have kind of failed for right now or in general. So you're kind of looking into new approaches or how to approach new people, and you don't even know how you're coming off. Like, you're like, do I want to date new people, or do I just want to hook up with random people and see what happens, because I've been so infatuated with someone else for so long, or I've been busy for so long working. There's just a sense of like you've been off doing your own thing, maybe off the market, scatterbrained, subsided by something else, and now you're kind of coming to multiple options in your head. Though it doesn't seem like it's materialized at all. You can walk towards it. Like, in essence, you could go, because it's the night, so you could take action towards this thing, but maybe you're like, should I? Because like the sun is far off in the distance and you have a sword, so it's kind of like, it's a thought that could maybe betray you. Like, you feel like, I don't want to this, because you say you do see this person randomly but frequently. You don't want to make it awkward if things don't really happen the way you would like them to. I think you are really hoping for love in general, and you're like waiting to see what pans out in life. And it's like, gosh, this is a doozy. It truly seems like you have been holding out for so long in general of the field of love. Like, you haven't felt love probably in years. Like, look how boring this card is. It's the Lover's card. No, I'm sorry. It's the Two of Cups. So maybe you felt like you don't know what is real anymore. Maybe you kind of were broadening your horizons. I heard of choosing your vision. You're just kind of seeing what's going on around you, because you're like, maybe I've been focusing too much on something that is not material, or it's not really there. Like, look, this is the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is supposed to be like love and partnership, the give and the take and whatnot. And this is like, it's not that attractive, to be real. Like, the background is very not attractive. Like, look at that. Look how pretty and rich and it's delicious. And this is just kind of like a better card, but it's got this strength symbol at the top, like, and it almost kind of looks like medical. So, like, I think that there's been a lot of misinformation. I think maybe both of you have said things that have rang like, this is the person that you do know. So this situation is the person that you do know. This is not a stranger. This would be like, maybe there's been so much misinformation that it would really call for a diabolical flattening of, like, the communication would need to be like from the beginning. Like, I think that there's a lot of things that you want to unravel in the field of, like, how life is not what it was when you last spoke to someone. I think that is a lot of what this is. I think maybe you're trying to be, like, re-inform someone of your lifestyle now. I think it's a lot of, like, this is how things are really. I told you a few things back in the day, and it's not what it is. It's not what it seems. It's not how it has been. I do not, like, it's not what it is. Wow. There's just been so much changed since you've probably spoken to the person that you're inquiring about, that I think there's a few topics that you specifically want to speak about in the realm of, like, either mental health or bodily health, something like that, to just, like, clear the air, or there's a real strong sense of, like, clearing things up. And I think that is due to, like, you have strength now in the things that you know, like, the things that were kind of, the Page of Cups, yes. So you divulged yourself in a life or a era, a moment, like, it was a period of time of dismemberment. Like, you weren't that person when you last communicated with this human being. Sorry, that was really weird of me to say that way, but you weren't the same person the last time you spoke with this person. So you're trying to figure out how to come in and say the things that you really need to say, the things that you really feel, the things that are true in your actual life now. Like, because I think there's a lot of, like, look at this little fish in this cup. Nothing was properly enacted, divulged. It's just a circus. I think there was, like, a serious circus between you and said person. And so you're kind of wondering, like, is this damage? Like, is this damaged goods to the point where this person has some sort of idea, like, ideology about me? They think certain things about me. I think that everything that you are worried about this person thinking about you, it's either not what it is, and it's just you over time having beaten these thoughts into your head, or Page of Swords upright. This card has really nice colors, so I think you should maybe give it a little bit of time. Like, this is really pretty, very, very pretty card. It's kind of like adolescent, though. It's a sense of, like, maybe give it a week or something. I'm thinking maybe just give it a few days. There's something that might need to unveil for some reason. The Ace of Wands, I think that there might be more information to be had in the next few days, or more ideal environment or circumstances for some reason or another. These colors are so pretty. I love these cards so much. So it seems like a yes if you were wanting to go in and talk to someone, figure out how you guys flopped, or figure out how to get the passion back for some reason. Like, even if it's like just like creative, like it doesn't have to be intimacy at all. It doesn't have to be like a sexual thing. It could just be like, how do we get back to square one? How do we get back to like get back to it? Like, because this could be yeah, I'm thinking because like maybe you've had a situation where you've had a lot of disconnects with a lot of people for some reason, because it just feels like there's a lot of like you getting back into terms with like a few people, maybe communicating more with like family or people that you assume is family. Like, it could be friends, but like you just hold them very closely. But also, I think the communication is very near future. If you would want to approach someone, you probably should, because it would be very successful. 5, 6 of coins. It certainly will take a give and a, like, there will be a back and a forth that needs to be handled differently than before. I think that you already know that, but like, I think it just needs to happen. Like, you say you know these things, but you need to actually put them into forcible action. Like, it's easy to say, I need to take more accountability or whatever, do a certain thing a certain way, but it's another to actually fulfill those duties. There's a sense of like starting it up and maintaining the process. So I think that yes, if you were wanting to restart something, or if you were wanting to approach a stranger, per se, if this goes back to that, if you were wanting to approach a stranger, I would only do so if you were planning on pursuing them. Like, actually, I don't think you should approach a stranger just to hook up or anything like that. As of right now, for this question situation, I think you would benefit greatly from waiting. Just give it a little time. If you were thinking about reaching out to someone, if you are ready for an actual give and take, because I think that once you start a give and take, you should be ready for what that entails. And like, if you're gonna start back into someone's life, and it's more than just addressing those things. You need to be able to act out those things as well, no matter what it is, big or small. Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, no withholding emotions or acting entitled in certain ways. It's a broadening your horizons completely, like dismantling the things that, like, you thought that this person would be a certain way, the Ace of Pentacles, but in reverse, it is, you guys are going to probably meet each other and kind of apologize. You guys are probably going to meet each other in a gray area and saturate each other's world. So, and again, this does not have to be romantic, but it can be. It's a sense of like, I don't think everything's going to be like hunky-dory at the beginning. I think it's going to be a sense of like still a little rocky, but it's you're coming together in the grayness and making it more saturated, finding the colors amongst each other. Because like, look at this background, but you're making it happen. Like, no matter what it is, this hand is still extending a coin. So it's a sense of like a give and a take, a back and a forth. Don't withhold out of pride. Don't withhold ideas, communication, that kind of thing out of pride. It's safe to move forward as long as you're ready to, if you know what I mean. And again, if you're going to approach a stranger, if that's what the question is, then yes, if you plan on like actually dignifying a serious like commitment or like communication or something, if you just want to like hook up with this person, I don't think it will work out very well for some reason or another. But you know, it's your life. You gotta know I love you. Pile 2. Hi. This is should you approach this person? And we shall find out. Okay, so I've gotten this card before several times, and sometimes it fools me because there's this candlestick on this guy's head, and it looks like the 9 of Wands, but it's the 8 of Wands. So maybe you're thinking approaching this person would be harder or more dehumanizing or mortifying than it actually would be. The 8 of Wands is forward motion that's fast, and the 9 of Wands is turmoil over a long period of time, but having the ability to continue on and prosper, but it just feels like the weight of the world is on your back. But the 8 of Wands, where you actually are, is fast movement forward. So if you wanted to, I think this person would build with you just almost immediately. These are really nice cards. The 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, I think if you were to approach this person, they would like give and take would be there, or they would spoil you rotten in a sense. I think that they have a lot of love to give, maybe even a lot of material gain. I think together, you guys, through this communication, would brighten your life and theirs. Like, no matter what this person holds in your sphere, like if family, friend, lover, no matter, I think there would be a lot of prosperity. There seems to be a lot of material growth, or just like worldly growth. Maybe you find a lot of friends, new friend groups, new experiments, new places to be, things to see through this interaction. It seems like a really good thing, honestly. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups upright as well. So a lot of emotional. This is going to be an emotionally new endeavor. Maybe something that you've never felt before. Maybe you have a hard time accepting good things for some reason. Yeah, the 10 of Swords in reverse. I think these times of you're being depleted constantly, or every time you feel like you are happy, you have like the rug pulled out beneath you. Like, it could be a serious instance where every time you like admit to like being happy or start to see things like go upwards, it like clockwork, it all like comes crumbling down. It just topples on top of you. This also seems like a situation where, you know how people can kind of be unsavory apart, like you and said person, or I think you and said person could be kind of like not so liked, or maybe spoken about in some way. Maybe even it's just like a jealousy thing. Maybe people have no right to dislike you for some reason because you have a lot, like, look at these colors. Maybe it's just kind of like a wrong place, wrong time, I'm hearing. But like, it's a situation where when you guys come together, I think you might have like a people will start to like you more for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I've seen it happen before where, like, you know, you don't like people apart, but like when they come together for some reason, it makes them more likable. Their back and forth is nice, or like their banter, their relationship, whatever it is, it just comes together nicely for them, and it regenerates your feelings or how you saw them 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe you're feeling a little depleted, or like you have made some bad investments or bad moves for some, like, because this red color is kind of emanating off of what was someone who had been taken down by the Ten of Swords, which is like it's a terrible card. So it might still be kind of on you a little bit, like you might be a little timid. You might have just been working out of trying to get away from the feelings that you felt. Like it could have been really dark. You just felt the necessity to kind of initiate alone time, or like hermit mode, just gathering your finances or resources for some reason or another. You felt like that would be better suited than what you were doing, maybe because you got really hurt, or you got depleted in some way. A tragedy happened, something like that. Knight of Swords. You might have been very weary about making any decisions. It could be like for so long you have only worked towards yourself or been in your own environment that you kind of feel like it might be a little uncomfortable, a little wonky to start stepping out. Again, you might not even know what it looks like for you in a different environment. You might kind of fear that you are leading yourself astray in certain ways or another, but that's not true. Maybe having never felt an actual genuine loving relationship, like that Matchbox 20 song, they have the lyric, it's like, I don't think I've ever been loved by a hand that's touched me. Like you might have feel that. You might have feel just like a total burden when you think of love, and just like that idea of like a give and a take in just like all senses. It could be in one or another. Like it could be just in love, but it could also be in like family, friendship. It all might have crumbled recently for you. So it's just been you and your strength moment. Very boring, but proactive. Very boring, but proactive for you. Yeah, you haven't taken any steps towards love or commitment. Probably haven't felt what it's like to be touched or touch in a long time. I think you're feeling very emotionally inept, but that could just be your mind. I think it's your mind. I think it definitely is your mind. You're probably feeling like if you were to extend yourself, it might look weird or not go well for you. That's definitely been built up because you are kind of like on this desert island by yourself. It almost seems like this card feels like this person is super alone and just like staring at their reflection. And you know how they say, like, they have that joke about like when you look at yourself for so long, you just start to see like all of like deformities and like all the negative things. So there's a sense of like you've got a lot. Like this card is always very attractive to me. So there's a sense of like you are putting yourself down when you could have it all. Like Six of Wands, fear of failure. Yeah, I think you are fearing being on display in some way and people seeing you try and fail. There's a sense of committing to something and it not working again, perhaps. I think if you were to actually go towards a person, judgment upright, it would be kind of like all of the things that you have forsaken in your life, maybe the ways that you didn't love properly, the ways that you haven't been taken care of, or you haven't been blessed in the realm of like a give and a take, a back and a forth. I think maybe you've had relationships that they're all different, but they all suffered in some way or another. And now you're like, I have been working for so long and so hard. I'm almost like asexual and or just like robotic at this point. Judgment is here for you in a way of like spreading the wealth, spreading good tidings and gifts. I think you have maybe a few, maybe you're feeling, let's see with the Two of Wands. Yeah, okay. So if you were to make this decision, it could go terribly, perhaps. You feel if you choose wrong this time, I'm hearing, that it could be just like life-threatening bad. The Ten of Cups in reverse, maybe you just got out of a depression, or maybe just got to a place where you could like plateau, feeling okay, maybe financially or physically feeling just like okay to take on life or your own standings, but there's something that keeps on dragging you to make this decision to maybe approach this person. I think it would be all of the things that you felt that are bad, if you can alchemize those into properly attaining love, like if you can see where you went wrong, see where other people went wrong, you don't even have to be like so wise or whatever, but just being open-minded enough to actually love someone and not expect anything out of that. I think that the love like that you're about to feel in this situation, again, no matter what kind of person it's coming from, whether it be like familial, friends, lover, whatever, the kind of love that you're about to receive in this situation, it will be different than anything you've ever felt, because you might not have been, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have seen like bad or abusive love or whatever, but it's an end with the Death card in reverse. This is an end that's being forced upon you because you didn't, in the past, you have not made all of the decisions to end circumstances and cut things off. I'm hearing there's a sense of like maybe you haven't made the decisions for yourself always, so life has had to like push you around a little bit, mix things up, spice things up. You might felt like you have been picked on, but in reality, life was just kind of dragging you out of the situation so that you could make other decisions in your life. No matter like if you made other bad decisions, you could have gone from one bad thing to the next, and that's what it is. But life dragged you to a new opportunity, and you decided what to do from there. The Six of Wands upright, I think there is a sense of like, you have a lot going on for you, and that's why you make that's why you make these cognitive decisions that you do. You think about the things that you do now because at one point you probably didn't. And you can see where you went wrong. You're like definitely a catch. You are mentally there, socially aware, able to gain prosperity, wealth. I'm hearing honor. So there's a lot that you have to offer. It's just a matter of like, I don't think you are wanting for things to crumble. Like you might be bored right now. Like there's success around you and in the air and all these things. Like you could even be overwhelmed, but still there's things that are calling upon you. Your emotional stability is formed as of lately, so you're feeling inclined to make certain decisions. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to have reasons you do things. You just like life sometimes kind of puts things in your mind and doesn't let them up until you address them or deal with them. The 5, 6 of coins. Yeah, there is a give and take. I think that something needs to be addressed, and it's formally like, look at this card. Doesn't look like I'm wearing that. It's so stupid. Okay. I think that in order for you to find like lightness in life again, it takes you being able to, your emotional strength is there, and now is the time for you to test it. I think that this is a situation where, oh my gosh, yes, you should approach this person for sure. I think you should, because your emotional stability is needing to be tested. Whether it goes well or if it doesn't, you need to try, just for the sake of it. There's something you might get out of it, you might get nothing out of it, but I think that you should approach this person, just because it's not that serious, I'm hearing, but also it could be. Like, there's something to that for some reason, I'm hearing. Okay, I'm just not supposed to get that card then. Is there any other messages? Any other things going on that would help you? Nine of Cups in reverse. Don't expect anything out of the communication. That's a good start for sure. Like, don't expect them to be happy, sad, mad, whatever. I think that they're kind of, they've gone through every emotion as well. I think that you could be let down if you are expecting certain kinds of communication. Just stay pure in the things that you want to divulge, like the things that you actually want to say to this person. Maybe no matter what they say to you, convey the things that you're trying to convey, get across the things that you're trying to say. If this person, they might not communicate in a way that is formal to you or comfortable, something like that. They might not even know what to say, but being malleable in this situation, it will give you the best results, because it'll either be like the Nine of Cups in reverse, which is not a good feeling. It's it's like abusing an emotional situation that could be like out of comfort or something. You guys will form a stronger bond through patience, is what I'm trying to say, I think. And it took a really long time for me to say that, so I'm already starting your path to patience. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you gotta know I love you.